For my next stunt, I've been given orders by the director to take it right down the tire track through this giant lake mud puddle here in eastern Kansas. We're outside of Dodge City. Oh yeah, it's nice. Oh, it's too much! Guys are all watching to see if we're dumping in the mud. Is that a pretty good show, girls? Pretty funny, huh? We're here in the museum in Kinsley, Kansas, and Julie here has given me the whole story on this sod house. This is basically a replica sod house built in 1957 to show what pioneers did coming to Kansas. So railroads expanded westward. Folks took the land grants, the free land, 160-acre Homestead Act, and came out to this part of the world. Folks from Europe that recognized this area as being farmable for crops like wheat, for example. So they took advantage of the 160-acre Homestead Act, came out here, and since they didn't have much else for money and there's no other resources out here, they needed to build a sod house, and this is how they built the sod house. First, you'd till the sod up with this plow here, about 5 or 6 inches deep. You'd create a brick with a simple box like this, and then chop your bricks into individual bricks like this, and then you would lay the sod upside down, grass side down, so that the sod would eventually grow into itself and not require any chinking. And then for the roof, you typically took what few cottonwood trees that were around and create a roof structure and then put sod on top of that. Now this sod house structure is much larger than your typical sod house, which was only about 10 by 12 feet. But that gave you protection from the elements so that you could begin to have a go at wheat farming on free government land here in the Kansas area. But like most farming ventures, you're relying on the weather, and it only takes a year or two of drought, which is very common in this area, to wipe you out. And a lot of folks just picked up and moved on. The sod house, Kinsley, Kansas. Here's some actual sod houses, and you can see the roof concept here with the cottonwood planks and the sod on top. And a lot of these houses had no windows, just a door. Because what are you going to do for a window? We're learning a lot here in the museum. Check this out. First correction, point of correction, it's the Arkansas River, not the Arkansas River. Now, I was just impressed with the size of the Arkansas River coming out of Colorado, and we get over here to where we are today in the middle of Kansas, and it looks like Baja, California. There is no river left. There's a giant dam and reservoir that we noticed back somewhere near Pueblo, Colorado, that's basically hogging all the water, and the Arkansas River is a trickle that only fills up when it rains now. The Santa Fe Trail hauled freight from Missouri to Santa Fe before the railroad was built. Thus, when the railroad was built, it was called the Santa Fe Line. The Santa Fe Trail also, in this neck of the woods in the middle of Kansas, had a dry route and a wet route that we're finding out on our motorbikes to be very true. If it was a dry year, you wanted to take the wet route along the waterway so that you would have water for your cattle. If it was a soaking wet year, you'd want to take the dry route to avoid getting stuck in the quicksand of the Arkansas River, something else that we're learning about riding around out here. Oh no!